Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez prendre place.
Welcome aboard the BRIO 36087 TGV High Speed Train from BRIO. Let me show you around. Externally you can see that this train is based on the popular travel train concept. The train is made up of 4 sections, 2 driver sections and 2 passenger cars. It includes 2 figures but can hold up to 6, and you also get a piece of luggage included too. Now, Ravensburger UK were kind enough to send us this train for as part of our Christmas Unwrapped series that we featured daily throughout the channel in December. Looking at the front of the box, we can see the train passing in front of some French landmarks, while on the back and side we have a European map depicting France as this train's country of origin. Inside the box you will see that the packaging is all cardboard with the figures, luggage and trains wrapped in tissue paper. It would seem that BRIO are moving away from plastic in their packaging, as all the new items that we have received recently have been wrapped in this way, which I'm sure will have a lasting environmental benefit and hasn't hindered the safe arrival of the train, so I'd say it's definitely a win. This was the first of which we had opened in this new style of packaging, which is why we made a bit of a mess of trying to get it out of the box, when all you need to do is pull open the tab at the top here and slip the trains out from the inside. Let's take a closer look at the figures included. First up is our train driver, in his smart blue suit and hat. As mentioned, this is a brand new figure, currently only available in this set. Next we have our passenger with her brown jacket and boots. Now this figure was introduced back in 2013 as part of the 33306 Blue Aeroplane set, which is something that we don't own, therefore she's a new figure to our adventure also. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see a video in the future looking at all the different BRIO characters that have been released and what sets they came in. Next up is the green suitcase that has these orange markings on either side that I think are meant to represent travel and different destinations. Like all BRIO luggage, the suitcases can be held by the characters in their hands, placed inside the travel trains both horizontally in the passenger cars or vertically in the driver cars. They can even fit onto 2-pin wagons thanks to the holes underneath them. Looking more closely at the train, and we can see that it is styled on the current TGV High Speed Train and features both the SNCF and INUI branding on the driver carriages. The front and back of the train has a white, black and grey colourway with some red and blue accents, while the passenger carriages are also in grey. They have a black and blue detail, complete with red door decal. There are 4 sections in total to this train, 2 driver sections and 2 passenger cars. This is perhaps our favourite thing about this train, as the extra passenger carriage not only extends the train, it extends the fun, as watching it going around the tracks, up and down hills and round the corners. In fact, compared to regular travel trains that only have 3 and sometimes even only 2 sections, this extra carriage adds some additional weight to the train, which helps it further when travelling down hills, especially when coming down taller hills such as the Sky Bridge. It also works really well coming down the ascending hills. We've also found that the extra length helps passing through tunnels, especially if you connect 2 together, as it's easier to reach the train should it stop partway through the tunnel. The 4 sections also allow you to split the train in half and use it as 2 separate trains, each with a passenger. While you could technically buy 2 carriage travel trains to replicate this, the magnets wouldn't allow them to connect together to form a single train, which you can obviously do with this one. Now, this TGV train is part of the recently updated Trains of the World, or TOTW lineup, of which the 2 other trains were also released. The 36088 ICE travel train, of which we have a review coming out soon, and the 36090 SBB travel train. There's also a 4th in the range coming, the 36085 London Underground train, but you'll have to subscribe to the channel to learn more about that one. So what do we think of this train? Well, as mentioned above, we're glad that this train is a 4-piece train rather than the more common 3-piece trains. It is, however, $34.99 compared to just $19.99 with the regular 33505 travel train, which does include 2 figures but no luggage. As much as we like the extra carriage, I'm not sure it's worth an extra £15. You'll have to decide that for yourselves. As for its likeness with the current TGV train, I must admit I had no idea what the current TGV trains looked like. I do remember them being orange in the past, and actually in researching this video I came across this image of a proposed orange TGV train from the previous Trains of the World series that never came to be. This would have been an all-wood train like the Eurostar train from the time, but I do think being able to place the play figures inside the train and drive them around the tracks, dropping them at stations, picking others up along the way, is something that was missing before from the trains, and I'm certainly glad to have it in our range. I'm looking forward to featuring it in some upcoming track layouts. Now, we love to read, react and reply to all of your comments, so be sure to let us know your thoughts on the 36087 TGV High Speed Train below, and if you found this review useful, give it a like by hitting that thumbs up button. Over here you can see all of our previous BRIO set reviews, and up here you can rewatch our Unwrapped series. Down here is one journey of the Eurostar train, and be sure to subscribe to the channel over here to stay up to date with the latest BRIO trains, tracks and set releases.